day PA rifle season 2024. We're doing a couple little pushes this morning, so big brush lot down in here. There's a couple benches that go up and around this point. You can see way up through the trees there. We got one guy just this side with a point on one of the benches, and then we got another guy around the back side. Thinking those deer are probably gonna wrap around. My buddy Jeff is up here. You can probably just barely see him through the woods there. And I'm gonna stay just in front of him. We're gonna wrap this bench right up around and bring it right around to the last guy on the back side. So there's definitely deer in here. Hopefully somebody gets some shooting in today, and we pile up a couple bucks. So we're probably going to be wind bumping the deer the way the wind's blowing is about like that. So how about halfway through this brush lot? I'm whooped already. It's freaking like walking against a wall, trying to mow through this freaking brush. Come on. We're down here pushing this small block of woods out, and there's a brush lot up here that comes to a point. Roads here, and the main road's here. Our watcher just shot, so hopefully he connected. It sounded like it smacked a deer, but we'll see when we get up here. Real small block, probably, I don't know, 10 acres surrounded by roads and big fields. So the trails through here kind of blow my mind with how open these woods are right next to the road, but they're either coming through here and not getting spotted from people going down the road, or they're coming through here late and bedding down where people can't really see them from the road. So Jeff's up on top, I'm bringing the bottom around, and we'll get up to this brush here shortly. There's Landon. He said he hit one, or felt like he hit one. It's a good one. I'm coming.
They ran that way. I did see him.
We didn't.
Here, and when I shot him, his front legs went out, and his chest pretty much touched the ground. And he's come through there, and his chest was down and just running.
I didn't
see blood.
Doesn't mean that, like, he didn't turn and go to the right.
And he came right down through his chest, pretty much touched the ground.
Are you sure it wasn't down further?
No, it was right up here.
He shot.
Because I walked up to him, up to look for blood, but I stopped, so I heard walking.
There's a track. Looks like he's letting up a little.
When I shot him, his chest legs went up, his chest went touched the ground.
Still blood. Blood on the fence.
And there's a few bubbles in here, but sometimes it bubbles more.
Right, yeah, that don't look.
Oh, we got blood though, okay.
Might kick him up.
So the rest of the story actually gets pretty crazy. We tracked this buck for probably half a mile across a wide open cornfield, and
Didn't have a lot of blood. It was not looking really good to us, but obviously anytime you have blood, you're going to want to track it until you can't track anymore. I mean, that's just bottom line, because you never know if you can jump the deer or, you know, get another shot, or just sometimes they just don't bleed very good, even on a fatal hit. But we were kind of thinking a leg shot, shoulder shot, something like that at this point, and come to find out we were correct. But long story short, we tracked this buck into a block of woods. This buck went 400 yards right across this wide open cornfield. Never deviated once from his path. I mean, he was trained on this block of woods. He stayed in between two corn rows the entire 400 yards across this cornfield. I couldn't believe it. But we get into this block of woods, and I tell Landon, you know, he's calling somebody, his mom, I think, and, you know, trying to tell her how he shot this buck. And I'm like, Landon, put your phone away, because there's a good chance we're gonna have to shoot this buck again. So I was kind of trained on the ground, following blood. I said, you know, you be ready right next to me. If you see this buck jump up, shoot it again. And we found one bed in this block of woods and never saw the buck. The buck was already out of the bed when we got there, so I don't know if we jumped it and didn't know it, didn't see him sneak out, or what. You know, there's a good possibility he heard us coming and just took off out of there before we had a chance to see him. But after the bed, you know, we were trying to follow prints, and this whole block of woods was just covered with prints and tracks, and we kind of ran out of blood after about 50 yards the other side of that bed. So we started doing circles. We even did a little push through this block of woods. We walked out, you know, the outside perimeter of the woods trying to pick up more blood. We couldn't find any other sign of where this buck had gone. So at this point, we're about ready to give up, thinking it was probably a non-fatal hit anyway. So Landon had to take off. He had an appointment, and Jeff and I, we were going to hunt the rest of the day. You know, it was final day of PA rifle. We weren't going to be done until dark. So we went out, had a quick bite to eat. We're looking at the map, trying to figure out what our next move is. And so we decided to push a block of woods out, which is about 400 yards away from where we last had blood. So I dropped Jeff off. I go down the road, probably 400 or 500 yards, get out of my car, and I'm walking up the hill. And mind you, where I'm gonna stand on watch, I'm probably 400 yards from where we had lost blood that morning. And as I'm walking up the hill, I stumble across blood from the buck Landon had shot. So I'm in disbelief. I couldn't believe that we're back on this buck again. So I called Jeff. He finishes his push through anyway, because he was already halfway down the way. And as soon as he gets down to where I'm at, that's where this video picks back up. So you're gonna see the footage from that. We're gonna get back on this blood trail and start tracking this buck again.
He fell right here. So maybe he started going that way and turned around and went back.
Or he come over here in bed and then went back that way across the road.
There's quite a bit of blood here, guys.
So it wasn't 30 seconds after we found that spot where that deer had kind of rolled down the hill that we jumped that buck up out of the creek bed below. And Jeff had a Thompson Center 30 cal or something, a TC30 I think, and then I'm shooting my 300, and I've got 4 shots. He's only got a single shot, so he shot once. I unloaded my rifle. I mean, I wasn't stopping shooting at this deer until he was dead, because I'm not tracking this thing. It's already almost like 4 o'clock at this point, and you know, final day of PA rifle. We're not going to have another opportunity at this deer, so I'm making sure this thing is dead. And so I unload. Finally, on my last shot, the thing falls over, and we go up and get hands on it, and the rest of it, you'll see here, is going to be the recovery and getting hands on this buck finally.
Holy crap, dude. We just went
We had lunch. We were going to do a different drive. We're 500 yards from where we had last blood earlier this morning on Landon's buck. I found blood parking where I was going to watch. We followed the blood, kicked the buck up. Me and Jeff both got a shot. We think it's right up here. Landon is going to be so freaking stoked. Wow. The freaking coolest thing I've ever done deer hunting. That was awesome. We're, what, probably almost 2 miles away from where Landon shot this morning.
And he is a tank.
Landon put a shot on him this morning. Me and Jeff went to lunch. By the grace of God, got on his blood trail tonight. And we followed it.
It was meant to be, man.
It was meant to be, and we put this deer down. We both shot at it. So 3 of us shot at this buck. But thank you, Lord, for letting Jeff and I put the finishing touch on this. Get this buck to land, and he is going to be tickled pink.
I can't wait,
Holy
man.
cow.
I can't wait. This is amazing. This is freaking awesome.
I parked where Jeff's truck is, and I was walking way up there to watch on a drive. Found blood at the top of the hill. Waited for Jeff to come all the way down and push the woods around. We both got on the blood, followed it down this freaking gnarly hillside with logs down and everything.
There's 2 beds right on this bench. Right on this bank right here by these deadfalls.
Jumped him over here and both put, well, he only had the one shot.
I shot
he had
one
the 30
time.
TC. I shot him like 3 times because he just kept going and I was not following him any further. So.
Is he down there? No, because you shot. That's his guts.
Well, he might have left his guts here and took off. You never know. Keep going, keep going.
Come on. It's getting dark.
More blood?
Oh my God. I can already see antlers. Dude! He's freaking huge! Oh my God! Dude! Oh my God.
All right, Landon, so commentate. Tell the story.
Oh, when I saw him?
The whole deal. The morning.
All right. He came, you 2 were down below, and he came up and down through the power line, and all I seen is this through the scope. I started shaking, and I went, ah, and he went, and then boom! Thought it was a good shot, it wasn't.
And the rest of you guys have already seen in
Jeff and Chris had to fill some mud to get this beast.
We hunted him down, man. We didn't give up like it was meant to be, and here's why. Him and I went and got lunch.
That was my 300 or his 30.
We went and got lunch, and there's one in the neck too. So I mean, I think we both hit him, but doesn't matter. And we know you hit him. We shot at him. Like he's now expired.
And it's earbuds.
But it was meant to be, man. It was definitely meant to be.
Well, as you can see, 19-year-old Landon's day was made. So that made Jeff and I feel pretty good to, one, have closure on the buck. Nobody wants to see a wounded buck running around the woods, and 2, to get that buck to Landon. So, you know, it was kind of a weird situation. Landon wasn't there actually when the buck got killed, so I don't know. Tell me what you guys would have done. I mean, for me, it was an easy decision. Landon had hit that buck earlier in the day. The buck was obviously pretty hurt the way he rolled down that hill and was bedded down in that creek bed. So, you know, if he'd shot it in the toe or something, the thing was still moving fine, and I was obviously not going to die. You know, maybe I would have claimed the buck, but for me, that was Landon's buck. So, pretty easy decision. I was pretty upset for him all day. I really wanted to see him get hands on that buck, and the way that it worked out in the end made me really happy as well. So, you know, I got my memories with it. I got some pics, same with Jeff, and it's going to go on Landon's wall, and it'll be a heck of a memory for him as well. So, let me know what you guys would have done, and you know, he was in our hunting party too. So I mean, things can get kind of goofy on public land. Say somebody else would have shot that buck, there's a good chance they probably would not have gave that buck to Landon. And I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that's how public land works, or really any land. You know, usually it's the final shot claims the deer, or at least can claim the deer. It's up to the discretion, I believe, of the hunting party. But when somebody from another hunting party puts the final shot on that deer, I mean, there's a good chance they're not going to give it to whoever shot it first, just because they feel bad for him or anything. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Landon, congrats on your buck, and can't wait to see that thing as a shoulder mount. So I thought this was going to be the last hunting video, but I actually found an SD card full of footage. I've actually got some hunter harassment from PA Public that I want to share with you guys, and then I got a crap ton of good buck footage from archery season that you guys are really going to enjoy. Some really nice bucks from PA Public land, as well as my food plot up here on the hill. So thanks for watching. If you guys don't mind, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it, because that's why I keep doing this. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.